Hello and welcome back once again to our channel. So as usual, before I start today's topic, let me give you, how many sentences do you want? Let me give you 4 sentences. So let me start with the first sentence. And the first sentence is, I like baking cakes. And now comes the second sentence. And the second sentence is, do you like music? And now comes the third sentence, and that is, I prefer coffee with milk. And the fourth or the last sentence, and that is, do you prefer to go by bus or train? So you can see here in these sentences, in these 4 sentences, I have used the words like as well as prefer. Yes, I have used some other words also, but I'll just highlight the main words. The main words that I used here is like and prefer. And the topic for today is, do you like or you prefer? So to know more about the topic, let me start with like. The word like can be used in different ways. So let us see first like as a verb. So like can be used as a verb to express a preference or interest in a person, place or thing. For example, I love your earrings. Where did you get them from? So we have seen like in the form of verb. Now let us see like in the form of preposition. Like can be used as a preposition to ask for a description of people, places and things. For example, what's your English teacher like? And the answer to it is, she is kind and intelligent. So we have seen the usage of like as a verb and as a preposition. And now let me move on once again to like as a verb. So in like as a verb, we have to use subject plus like plus object. Confusing? Okay, I'll clear your doubt through this example. For example, somebody by the name Don Bock said, I like sports. Do you like playing football? Bunty replied, yes, I do. I also like fishing. And he asked Don Bock, do you like fishing? And Don Bock replied as, no, I don't. Now let us see the forms of like. So first I will go to the positive form. For example, I like shopping. That is a positive statement in a positive form. And the second example, Bob likes playing football. And now let me move on to the negative form. And you all know in negative form we always have to use not. So the examples of negative form are, I don't like sports. And the second example is, Emily doesn't like watching films. Now I will move on to the question form. So the first example, do you like horror movies? And the second example, and here it is, does Bob like cartoons? Now after we have talked about like as a verb, let me come once again to like as a preposition. Here we use the word like as a phrase. For example, I will talk here about 2 persons and their names are Andy and James. So Andy is asking a question to James and the question is, what's Hyderabad like? And James replied as, it's hot and sunny. Now we will see questions that are asking for preference and description. So is this question asking for preference or description? Let us see. So when asking for preference, we use like with do or does in the question. For example, do you like playing tennis? And the second example, what sports do you like? But on the other hand, we don't use do or does when we ask for description. Remember, I'll repeat it for you once again. When we are asking for description, we do not use do or does. Instead, we start asking the question with what, and end with the word like. For example, what is she like? The second example, what's Mumbai like? And the third example is, what was your weekend like? Again, we can specify time and place when we are asking for description by using a phrase at the end of the question. For example, what will the weather be like next weekend? Again, remember, informal speech or informal writing, each word in a question usually appears separately. For example, what is your new house like? On the other hand, in informal speech or in informal writing, we usually use contractions. For example, what's your new house like? Yeah, so you can see here in the example that I have said earlier, I have said, what is your new house like? Whereas here I am telling, what's your new house like? So the difference lies here. And with this, I have come to the end of your topic today. And to remind you once again, what's the topic? The topic is, do you like or you prefer? So, before I wind up, once again, let me remind you to subscribe our channel. Thank you.